Emilia Transmigrated, a Mage's journey from birth by Bate is a cozy slice of life with a strong sense of world building and ever-growing danger in the world. It does isekai really well using actual talents that an average person on Earth would have and applies them to a magical world. The story follows Emilia, who is reborn into a world of magic. I'll start by saying that I like the rebirth mechanic in this novel. It's much kinder and gentler than in other novels and provides a choice to all parties and is about fulfilling wishes. It's a really smart choice given the tone of this book, as it sets this up as an adventure, a world of curiosity and exploration as opposed to a more violent world that other settings use. The system is very light-hearted in this world. It is ever-present and important, but is also a lot less intrusive and heavier than others in the genre. The system only seems to track skills with hints at something more, and is much more of a measuring stick with some levels providing some additional insight. It rewards hard work as opposed to gifting power to characters, which fits very nicely with the story and theming. This novel is heavy on crafting, with some combat involved, though the character does not engage in much combat. The crafting is well done, there is no leaning on the system to just provide results. The character needs to think, learn and develop to produce the end result. It also avoids a classic track of because magic, that everything works, without explaining any processes or theorems. It is reasonable to expect in a civilization that has been crafting for hundreds of thousands of years to have learned and developed theories around why a craft works, and the author displays this well, dropping ideas, theories and laws every now and then to display the complexities of the craft. Despite the main character not being involved in much fighting, she has watched a number of battles, and the writing of these battles is solid. We aren't getting many play-by-play scenes, but strong descriptions of battles and forces meeting. The combat uses the magic of this world well, and fights are never so long as to drag or feel unrealistic. There are a few choices that I'm not the biggest fan of. The first and probably least of these is that the author has used the Greek gods as the base of the mythology of this world, with some changes. I'm not a big fan of this, as it feels it forces certain relationships and ideas into a story, and gives the author less control over their narrative. In this case, there's been a few references that feel off because of pre-existing knowledge of the Greek gods, such as Prometheus' role being similar yet different. That or I've played too much Hades too. The other choice that I really don't like is the age of the protagonist. She's currently 4 years old and has advanced knowledge of multiple crafting skills, has been taken into a finished battlefield to help scout for dead, and is now being used by trusted powerful groups to explore a dangerous ruin that is causing monster attacks. This is a bridge too far for me. While the author does comment a couple of times on her age, it is in marvel at how masters would think of her if they knew how old she was. There is the fact that she has lived 18 plus years on Earth before arriving on the world that helps in the maturity of Emilia, but that doesn't change how the world would view a 4-year-old trying to haggle for sales or creating magical items. I think the author knows this and so has let her go for a magical growth spurt to seem older, but it still feels wrong. I feel letting the character age a couple more years at a time to be better. The reason this hasn't marked down the book that much, despite being quite a serious problem, is that the novel is likely going to have more than 300 chapters. We are currently at chapter 50. In a few months' time and 50 chapters' time, the character will be older, and by chapter 300 there will be teenagers, and the issues of being too young to be an expert magical craft will be gone, or there will be a time skip involved. It won't be silly then that adults just blindly trust her, or her parents let her go and haggle, or let her hang out near a battlefield or explore the dark woods with a group of travelling cursed crafters. Overall, a strong start, only let down by the expected fluctuations in chapters and some odd choices throughout the story. I've given this an 8 out of 10 so far. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and if you agree or disagree with my review.